Shalom, Makim. I want to start off by giving all praise, honor, and glory to Yahweh, Ba'Hashem, Yahweh Shah, Ba'Hashem, Rakakadash. Double honors to the elders and the apostles of Great Millstone who taught me this truth. Salutations to the hopeful elect that's around the four corners of the earth, and also the brothers that teach this word in sincerity. This is the brother Iwalamia from JMS Chicago, come back at you with another lesson. Just to basically talk about this video, I'm just basically entitled the lesson, as a whole, Esau the cunning devil, because that's exactly what he is. With this whole Vanessa thing that's going around with the whole mandate situation, it's affecting everybody, that live in this society. So I'm gonna play this 2-minute and 57 clip video just to basically show you what the effect is of trusting Esau Edom ultimately. Just to basically show he's the cunning devil. So I'm gonna play this video.
I don't really know what to say here or how to say it as such. Still trying to wrap my head around everything. So for those who personally know me, know that I was super scared of getting the vaccination and said I'll hold off for as long as I can until I have to. And I was pretty much told no.
Right, this what makes Esau Edom, which is the self-proclaimed white man, a cunning devil. Because what? He uses your jobs against you. He basically uses your livelihood against you to ultimately what? To take this juice, and it's causing long-term effects on people's health, effects that people can't even come back from,
Job, no job, can't compete with my horses, can't go anywhere, you're selfish if you don't get it, just get it. So I toughed it out and, did what was right to do. I was a perfectly healthy, normal 19-year-old kid and have never been to hospital whatsoever, super active, and yeah, I got my second jab on the 21st, midnight that night. I woke up vomiting, fevers, my whole body was shaking, I felt like I'd run a marathon. My legs were sore, my joints were sore, I had blurry vision, I had a really bad headache, and just pain.
Right, what I might add also, the people that has been juiced, once they get sick and catch the thing, you know what I mean? Esau Edom is going to turn the situation around and blame it on the unjuiced. That's how this devil is going to get down. He's going to blame it on the people that haven't been juiced, and he's going to basically, stick a label on it, Basically, the ones that haven't got juice is the cause of the whole situation. That's what makes Esau Edom a cunning devil. And I'm going to bring, these out into some precepts.
Over next level. And I do have a pretty high pain tolerance, so I knew something really wasn't right. I then went to the doctors and they did some blood tests and I came back positive for something called D-dermia. I'm unsure how to pronounce that one. Pretty much meaning that my lungs and body were filling up with blood clots and I had to get rushed to the emergency room. They discovered clots on my legs and all over my chest, all over my lungs on both sides. They just said pretty much to go home and if you're sick or in pain to come back. So then Saturday I pretty much toughed it out for as long as I could until I had really bad chest pains, so I came back in. So the bad chest pains are from my blood clots on my lungs, from me breathing, so they pretty much said it's the equivalent of having broken ribs, so sort of struggling a bit there. And I stayed last night and I've been doing pretty much every scan and test you can think of. I'm pretty well out of it at the moment. It's been a big emotional ride for me so far. I'm now on a long road of recovery for 6 to 12 months, and if not some life-changing things. I also do have loads of side effects that I'm just choosing to keep personal, just because I'm struggling to come to the terms with what's been taken away from me. And
right, at the end of the day, people that has been juiced, it's really on them because what? At the end of the day, they trust in this society and they trust in Edom's, system. With that being said, I'm going to jump into some precepts. Just to basically show you that, this devil, is very cunning. But I'm going to start off with this one. This scripture was shown in the video. This is the book of Job 13:4. But ye are a forger of lies, right? And Esau is the biggest, the biggest liar on the planet Earth. Ye are all physicians of no value. Right. These different scientists, these different doctors, their word their word doesn't hold any weight. You know, you know, they say one thing and ultimately something else happen. They words don't hold any weight. You know, Esau Edom is the biggest lie on the planet Earth. Don't believe anything that he say. But with that being said, let's continue. This is the book of Genesis 3:1. Now the serpent was more subtle than any beast of the field, which the Lord God had made. And he said unto the woman, Yea, hath Yahweh sent ye? Shall not eat of every tree of the garden? Right. This is this is going back to the serpent and the woman, but just to basically show you that Esau Edom, it's a very cunning devil. You know, he's cunning in one way, through his science, his philosophies, and different things like that. He basically gets people to believe him. Going back to Genesis 3:1, this is talking about how, the serpent, basically, captured the attention of the woman, ultimately to make the woman sin. Because we know the woman is, the beginning of sin, but that's a whole nother lesson for another day. But just to basically go into, that the Edomites, the self-proclaimed white man, is very cunning. Basically, he will basically get you, to trust him ultimately. But with that being said, let's continue. This is the book of Isaiah 10:1. Woe to them that decree unrighteous decrees and that write grievousness which they have prescribed. Right, woe mean destruction. Esau Edom in a society, passes a lot of outrageous, laws. That basically, takes away the people's rights and different things like that. That's another way why he's cunning. He takes away your rights. He ultimately gets you to trust in his system. When you don't have any any other choice. So I'm read that again. This is Isaiah 10:1. Woe to them that decree unrighteous decrees. Right, and Esau Edom is the one that's passing these unrighteous decrees because he controls the earth, pertaining to Job 9:24, and that right grievousness which they have prescribed. Right, and these laws is with the whole mandate with the juice and things like that. It's making people lose their jobs and different things like that. And the people that don't have any faith, they're ultimately put in the position to ultimately trust Esau Edom. And Esau Edom knows, that people are going to come, bowing down to him, when their job is at stake, when their livelihood is at stake. That woman I had, showed you in a video, she ultimately took the juice because she said she didn't have any other choice because her job was on the line and different things like that. As she said, she waited it out, but ultimately what it cost to her because she having side effects right now and different things like that, and that's how the devil, will get you. He's cunning in that way, knowing that you need these different things to survive in this society. But let's continue. This is the book of 2 Corinthians 2:11. Lest Satan should get an advantage of us, for we are not ignorant of his devices. Right, we're not ignorant of this, this devil devices because we know what he's going to do, pertaining to the scriptures and pertaining to prophecy. We ultimately know, Yahweh Shemi Al-Shai gave us the understanding to basically know what this devil is up to, because the Lord is revealing all these things to us. So nothing is going to catch us by surprise. We know what this devil is doing. We know the agenda. We know the NWO agenda and different things like that. It's not going to catch us by surprise, but these other people is going to fall into Edom's trap. The self-proclaimed white man, starting with these elites. A lot of these people, that's lining up to get, juiced is ultimately going to fall into that trap. Because they don't have no understanding of they're going to easily fall into that ditch, This is the book of Luke 16:8. And the Lord commanded the unjust steward because he had done wisely, for the children of this world are in their generation wiser than the children of light. Right, we represent the children of light, but the children of this world, being Esau Edom, they're wiser than the children of light, because in this society, Esau Edom, they study Jake, they know what Jake like, they know what Jake, they know what drives Jake and different things like that. So they try to, implement certain things to ultimately get Jake, to fall in that ditch, to ultimately trust them to destroy them ultimately. That's why, Esau Edom is a cunning devil. He studies Jake, Esau Edom knows what's going on. He knows what's the deal. He knows that his power, is getting taken away. So he's using all these different tactics to basically make, to ultimately, get Jake to go off and ultimately take, Jake down with him. That's why, I taught it the lesson the way I did. Esau Edom is a cunning devil. He's using these different laws. What I read back in, I believe it's the book of Isaiah 10:1. Implementing these certain laws to ultimately, get you to ultimately, have no other choice but to bow unto him. So Lord, I hope this lesson was edifying. To the hopeful elect. I want to end it off by giving all praise, honor, and glory to Yahweh, Ba'ashem, Yahweh Shah, Ba'ashem, Rakakadash. Double honors to the elders and the apostles of Great Millstone who taught me this truth. Salutations to the hopeful elect that's around the four corners of the earth. And also the brothers that teach this word in sincerity. Lord, I hope this is edifying. The Lord want to come back with another lesson soon. Shalom.